Hey folks, good to see you again. It's League of Legends replay. It's in a ranged normal 5s again today, and I kind of lied, I guess, in my Annie replay, commenting that Ryze and Annie are the only APs that I played, but recently started playing Akali again. Haven't played her in a while. Been doing the AP role quite a bit, so figured I'd do a commentary on one of the games I played her. As you can see, we got Barbecue and Alistair, myself and Akali. Toast Bath and Italy, Wonderful and Nocturne, and Bobjar and Rammus. Yes, Rammus is using Heal and Ignite. It's what he's always gone with. It works for him. That's all I'm going to say with that. Are against Lee Sin, Vayne, Taric, Annie, and Udyr. The Lee Sin is laning, as you can see, since Udyr is jungling. So they're doing a kind of semi-European / American setup. They're going to have Vayne and Taric down, bottom lane, Annie mid, and Lee Sin top. Whereas we're going to have double AP in the solo lanes, Rammus and Alistair bottom, and Nocturne jungling. So, just going to speed things up. We're guarding Nocturne here. He's not going to start a blue, but we're just guarding it to make sure. As you see Lee Sin and Udyr kind of poking around there, but because Udyr started longsword, he can't really afford to be poking too much more. So they're just going to back off, and we secured that. I think we could have done a level 1 fight, but it might have been a little risky. It all depends on whether Annie had her stun up and what ability Lee Sin started with. It would have been risky, so it was better not to, especially since they have 2 exhausts. So let's see, lane against Annie. It's not a bad setup. If Annie's smart, she should be able to lane against me pretty well. If she's not, then I'll just completely dominate her. Akali is one of the stronger laners, I would say, in terms of melee. Mostly due to her passives, because it gives her sustainability, and she has burst as well. So Vayne and Taric bottom, that's a pretty dangerous combo, gotta say. Lee Sin top against Italy, that's pretty even, I'd say. Depending on how many skill shots Italy can land will depend on her dominance of that lane. Just speed up a little more. Udyr invading a little down here, but you see him, and the golem's already dead, so he can't really come in and do much. And it's actually getting a pretty good harass out on me. Using quite a bit of mana though. So on Akali I'm using a really specific setup. I'd really suggest you go look at, if you're interested in what runes I'm using, check out West Trice's guide, or there's some other guides out there on how to rune for Akali. She needs very unique rune sets, if you want to get both passes at level 1, which is what I prefer. So because of that, I can start boots, which is great. And I'm just going to max her Q first, and I'm going to max Shroud because I'm laning, and her E last. Always getting R, of course, every time I can. Run Flash Ignite. Flash is great. Didn't really explain that too much. And nice just for the extra burst. With Akali in particular, because I'm 21 in offense, I'm going to use Ignite early, when I can remember to, so I can get the extra 10 AP for the rest of my combo. So everyone's just kind of farming. Let's speed up a little here. Lee Sin's actually doing pretty well up there apparently, making Italy go back. Using teleport to get back. Annie coming in, harassed me. She didn't have her stun up. I'm going to do a lot of burst. I think she really underestimated my burst there. Picking up first blood. And that's basically what I was waiting for the whole time. I was waiting for her to come a little towards me when I had enough creeps with her stun not up. And that's basically what you have to do against Annie in lane. You have to play out her stun, do harass when she doesn't have it up, so that she can't harass you as freely. So I'm just going to let that push. Don't know where Udyr is. It's a good time to go back. Either pick up my Giant's Belt or at home. And I'm going with Giant's Belt. Getting a couple more pots. Annie's back already. She's got Doran's Ring and a ward. Smart on her part since we have jungler. Get a little more. And she's backing away a bit while I was at my tower. She's no more Nocturne. Nocturne's going up top. They're going to try and get a gank on Lee Sin there. Lee Sin's playing quite smart here, so they're worried that it's warded, so I'm just going to back off for now. So, bottom's pushed up pretty far for the most part. This isn't really gankable with them up this far. We were coming in there, but I just used Shroud to get away, no problem. So I got my Giant's Belt. I'm going for a Relies first, most likely. It's either that or Hextech Revolver for Akali's first item. And Relies is definitely going to be one of your core items. Having the snare proc is just so important for chasing down. I'm also running HP per level. Some people use armor for their seals. Nice kill on at least up there. Some people use armor for seals. I use health per level, just maybe a little beefier. Along with Giant's Belt, that gives me plenty of health late game. Sad to see. Did my Q there. I backed away, let the cooldown come up. Then I R in and Q again, try and get 2 procs of the Q. It makes for the burst to be really, really high. Especially now they changed it. This is in the quote-unquote Leona patch, although Leona isn't active in this game. So that when I Shadow Dance, Akali automatically it doesn't attack. So it makes the QRQ combo a little easier to pull off. So I think Nocturne put that ward down there. Me getting a couple wards soon myself for this area and down here. Pretty standard mid warding. I had to see bottom's got a ward there, top's got a ward here, and Nidalee's got a trap in the bush too. At least it's just falling over. And now he's got a ward there. And Udyr's coming around here. Maybe trying to do some invasion, but push tower up and recall. Udyr's backed off. Just harassing Lee Sin up there. I don't think they're really going to make too much happen. Flash under the fear. He's going to be okay. Udyr coming up. Quite a lot of damage. Getting exhaust up. Lee Sin kicking him. Nidalee's going down. Nocturne probably going to fall as well. Not looking good for them. So much shield and life steal on those two. So I got a couple wards in with Tome now. And they're pushing this tower, so I need to get up there. Throwing down a Shroud. And quite a bit of burst to Udyr. Just enough to chase him away. I'm not going to pursue that anymore. Newly porting in. To continue holding lane, I'm just going to go back mid. Since Annie's pushing there. Nocturne's going up. Chasing her off. Putting a ward down on my way. A lot of people seem to think that it's the support and or jungler's job to ward the whole map. And that's really, really not the case. Every lane should be doing 1 or 2 wards every now and then. I mean, if you don't feel you had the money for it, then maybe you should look at your CS. Is it bad? Are you getting zoned out? Do you need a lane switch? Because you should always have money for at least 1 or 2 wards for your lane. The side lanes probably only need 1 each, but mid usually needs 2. But you can get your jungler or your support to help out too. We don't really have the support in our setup, but we have 2 tanks, so 2 tankies. Our comp's not really that bad. The only downside is that both members of the bottom lane need a lot of farm in order to succeed in the late game. Whereas the enemy team, Taric doesn't really need any farm, and Vayne could just get all the CS and get really powerful. She's already got 2 orange blades and level 2 boots, so she's doing pretty well. And that's with no kills down there. So I'm just farming away. Annie just kind of ignore me. I'm ignoring her in turn. Just getting CS. And I was considering going back there, but Annie pushed the lane up pretty quick, so since reset to mid and I got wards, I'm just going to stay and keep farming. And now, bottom is pushed up a bit. Now let's go for a gank. Before, when they were pushed up so far, it wasn't really. But they're engaging a little too soon here, and Nocturne doesn't really have mana to come in, apparently. Don't know if they're going to be able to pull anything off here. Chasing too much far in tower range. Gonna have to get out. But they did some decent damage there. Carrick actually getting quite low. They're wisely not pursuing that in a tower. So, nice game coming in, Iron Lee Sin, but Ears there just in time. Ooh, doing so much damage. I came up as well though. Gonna get the kill on Lee Sin and get out. No problem. Probably could have saved my shroud there too. So because my lane was pushed, I had free reign to come up and help them out. And Annie likewise taking the chance to go down bottom, but they're not really pushed out far enough. So now Annie's gone, and again pushes to the tower. She hopefully misses some CS. Misses. We're going to boot some ability. It's making very, very fast transversion through the jungle. He'll be susceptible to some CC, but I think that makes up for a little bit. Especially since here, if he builds tanky, then he's not too worried. So much damage going down in Italy, just so much. At least since only got a longsword in his offensive mastery, but just so much damage going down there. You're getting diving in here, both diving in for a lot of damage on the tower. Just this combo was really, really, really rough. So I want Hex Tech because I see some of the lanes are having trouble, so I want to be a little durable, a little bit more durable late game. And yeah, you say I could get, you know, a Negatron Cloak or Chainmail Vest, but I find the Hex Tech better for Akali.
Your turret has been destroyed.
More spell vamp and some AP. I'm not going to build it any further than this though. Say into Gunblade or Will of the Ancients. Maybe if the game had gone long enough, I might build into Will of the Ancients, but I would probably never go Gunblade on Akali. Attack damage is only good for enough to activate her passive. I mean, like, the hybrid builds can work. I just really prefer the AP build. So Udir's covering here, and I guess he kind of wants to fight me, but I'm just going to kind of ignore him. With him at full health and full mana, I don't really feel like fighting him. I'm going to catch him here in our jungle. And he get a nice Tibber stun there, but it's not quite going to be enough. Going after Nocturne while I just destroy Udyr. Just kind of abandoned him there to try and get Nocturne, but Nocturne gets away. And because I got the killing spree there, that was way more worth it for us than them.